BeatStars.com.
Part of the Breaking the Chains, Luke B&G organizations. Here this morning for the M.U.S.T breakfast with the other brothers and just trying to get a feel for where we headed with this breakfast thing. Just really having fun. My spirit's filled today, man. That's what this is about. It ain't a whole lot of rapping for me. As you know, I'm like you was just saying, man, it's about action. And just doing stuff. I ain't too pressed no more about who shows, who don't, because I believe God got who's supposed to be here today. And I think we can build from that. And it's some good stuff we doing, man, in the community. And I'm just, my cry is getting some of the brothers that I know, that I see, that could be inspirational and instrumental in what we doing, and probably take stuff to a whole nother level or start something somewhere else to make the situation that we fight for a lot easier ain't coming out. So my cry now is to those brothers that ain't coming out. And I'm realizing too, you ain't got to be from here to fight for this community. Sometimes you can fight for this community and God to take care of your community. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm learning to get out of that geographical piece and get with other brothers from different areas, man, so that we can really like catapult this thing. You know what I'm saying?
How it grows.
And that's my fight today. I don't have no other passion. God got me on assignment. I ain't got no choice in the matter, because it's like Butch was talking about the damage that I've done to the streets. There's not a lot that I can make amends verbally.
Hey, man.
Ain't nobody trying to hear my sorries and all that, man, for some of the stuff I've done. So this is
just a cliche of actions speak louder than words.
That's it. That's all I got.
Okay, Drama TV 27 here at the Uptown Church on 6 and Woodbine, Camp Curtin, right? Say it again.
Camp Curtin Mission Memorial Church.
All right. We're here with Miss
Lanita Hudson.
Right, and she, this is Mr. Richard Brown's mother. You know, she's helped prepare some of this breakfast for us this morning. You know, at the men's breakfast, Men United standing together. Just I want you to give the viewers some information about yourself and how important of a pillar you are in our community.
Hello. Again, my name is Lanita Hudson. The church is Camp Curtin Memorial Mitchell United Methodist Church. I'm currently the soup kitchen manager, and I serve meals to the needy and homeless in the community. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 12 to 1. We have fun and unity in the neighborhood with the kids. We do kids program, Girls in the Spirit. We feed all the homeless, anybody that's needy. We have a lot of different events. I help with the breakfasts for Breaking the Change, and we go out in the community and just help. We love to help in the community, serve meals. I partner with the Central Pennsylvania Food Bank, and I won the Women Tribute to Excellence Award. That was one of the.
Congratulations.
Yes, So, you know, we just praise God and do what we can in the community. We love helping out in the community where we are needed.
Okay, let me ask you a question. What is your passion? I mean, what is the passion? What helps drive you to do things of this nature for the community? You know, we have a lot of people in the community that do certain things, but you are, like I said, a pillar. Being a pillar and just someone that's active in the community is kind of two different things. Being a pillar is something that's founded and grounded right there in the community, and everyone knows who you are and things of that nature. So tell me, what is the passion outside? I can't say outside of God, because I know most people attest that, well, God has driven me to do this, but there has to be something other than that that helps push you to do what you do.
Okay. Well, I've been in the community for 68 years, so I know what the needs are and everything. And that's why, you know, I enjoy serving the community, because I live right in this community. And I love God, and I know what's needed, so that's why, you know, I was brought in this direction to help people, because I've been brought up in the community. So that's why I focus on helping people and seeing what they need. We only not serve food, we give resources, we help them. You know, I've even taken people to different food pantries, to the health office, help them. I do community service for some of the people coming out of prison and some of the ladies in the Newville Cadenza house. So I do a lot for all the, you know, people that need help in the community. And that's because I'm giving back, because I live right in the community.
That's right, and I believe that's how we restore it. Everyone plays a major part in this, and if we all put our hands in and do our part, I think we can make a better community.
That's right.
I want to thank you for your time and your beautiful, wonderful contribution to the community, and keep up the good work. D.R.A.M.A TV 27. Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, Lamont Jones. My name is Lamont Jones, founder of D.R.A.M.A TV 27. You know, in association with Luke, me, and G, and Breaking the Chains, outreach community programs, working with the youth, things like that. You know, I feel it's very important. I think this is a beautiful situation that we collectively put together. What makes it special to me is that everyone here is, I mean, even though we work together collectively in the community, everyone is under their own type of organizations. So what makes this beautiful to me is that we can come under one umbrella, you know, and be effective in that manner, where we all can just do our part, man. I mean, I think this puzzle to our destruction in our communities is shattered in 1,000 pieces, maybe even 1,000,000. So I think each one of us holds a piece to help put that puzzle back together. You know, from the crossing guard all the way to the bus driver.
That's right.
You know, so I just think that it's a powerful situation, man, and you know, I want to commend all you brothers even for showing up. I'm sure we're going to grow. We're in contact with a lot more people, but I believe that we're going to grow. Just this aspect of it is more intense, because we get to sit face to face and we get to share each other's lives, and you know, we get to get that better connection with each other. So you know, I just hope that we continue to grow, man, and get out here and do what we're supposed to do. And this is another situation that's special too, because this isn't funded. This is something that we decided to do, and it's very important, because we're not waiting on policy. If we wait on policy and we sit around and wait for others, this is what people have to start to understand. If we sit around and wait for others, some things may not get done.
That's right.
You know,
That's
so
right.
we have to take the initiative and come out and do it for ourselves.
Amen.
That's what I have.
We're gonna put yours in the microwave. My name is Paul, man. You know, I don't like to, you know, title myself or anything, man. I'm just a holy man of God, man. And you know, that's good with me today. You know, I just thank God for where I'm at today in my life, man. You know, it's only through His grace and tender mercy that I sit here today, anyway. I grew up right down the street here on Woodbine Street, you know, and to look at my neighborhood now and see the destruction that is taking place, man, you know, was one of the main reasons what brought me out, you know, to gather, you know, and reach out to these other brothers, you know, about, you know, just saving our city, our community, our neighborhoods, man, and just reaching out to our youth. You know, it's a struggle, you know what I mean, but you know, together we can make it work. We ain't trying to save the world, we just trying to save some lives, you know. Just, you know, hope that one life we save might save millions. You know, so I'm just here, you know, just trying to give back some of the stuff I took away from in this city also. You know, I help break some of this stuff down around here. So you know, I think it's my due diligence, man, to help build it back up. So you know, that's why I'm here today. You know, and I just like to thank Richard and his mother, man, for opening doors here for us to have a place to come here and eat, man, and and start this Men United standing together breakfast. Starting today. Hopefully, we'll grow and grow. You know what I mean? And I just appreciate all you brothers being here also.
And I'm the chairman of CRESIC, Capital Region Ex-Offender Support Coalition. I just retired from Cumberland County Prison as the case manager, and they asked me to be the chairman of the Ex-Offender Coalition. I've been going in and out of institutions since '91 as a volunteer. Now I'm doing it again, but I'm doing it, for this coalition. What I want to say is that your passion is your greatest strength at this table. It's our passion. And people don't want to know what you know. So what, you got a degree, but do you care about me?
Wow.
Do you care?
Wow.
People want to know how much you care. And your care speaks when you show up. I was thinking about commitment without sacrifice has no success. So if I'm committed, I gotta make some sacrifices. Meaning Sunday morning, I'm gonna have to get out of my bed. I'm gonna have to disturb my comfortability because I care about them kids the way I do. Now I'm in collaboration with Breaking the Chains, with Luke, with and our mentor Kevin. And I met Kevin in an institution. That's where I met Kevin. And we were talking about what was his goals, what was his plans. I didn't know who I was at first. And I had asked God one day, I said, well, what's my purpose? Because I read a book, Purpose Driven Life, a little bit of it. And it says, we set plans, we make goals, but we never find out what our purpose is. Mm-hmm. And then I asked God, what is my purpose? And he said, the minister. I said, not me, because I'm cussing. I cuss. And I enjoy cussing. I didn't want to change, right? And there was a young lady that was in jail, had a homicide. She started putting stuff under my door to help me change, according to God's word, my language. Yeah. So the long and the short, I stopped cussing. And I ended up starting a group in Cumberland County Prison called Man to Man. Man with the number 2, man. In other words, in order for a man to become a man, he got to see a man. So I do groups and I use books as a tool. I don't create nothing new. My biggest fan was Bishop T.D. Jakes. Right now at Camp Hill State Prison, I'm doing, I go up there every Thursday morning at 9 o'clock. I do a group on the transitional housing unit, and I'm coming out of the book Instincts.
That's on F Block?
On F Block, yeah. We survived, or anybody that was incarcerated, we survived on instincts. That's what we survived on, not our intellect. Instinct said, don't go mess with your homie, right? Your intellect said, no, but that's my boy, he come from the hood, he's from where I'm from. But your instinct said, no, leave him alone, because he's involved with some negative stuff, and next thing you know, you caught up, because you didn't follow your instincts, you followed your intellect.
I was older than I was. See, I never went to NAM. I didn't have to go to NAM, but they came back from NAM. So I sat in all of these groups, right? But one thing I know is that the enemy sought to divide us. Mm-hmm. Because number one, some of us thought, forget the degree, turn your back on America, we're gonna do it roughshod. Mm-hmm. Pioneer, but that's already been done. Right. You know what I mean? The pioneering has been done. One of the things that I found out that we lacked was knowledge of rules of the game, rules of engagement. Because we don't know rules of engagement. We don't know how to play the game. We don't know the game inside the game. Some of us do. I'm not saying that, you know what I mean, but we need to be knowledgeable how to be effective and move skills. You don't have to let them know what we think.
That's right.
How can I move this group here to bring them to a simple awareness to get them to be? If it takes food, then let me use food. If it takes basketball games, let me use basketball games. But there's a driven purpose, there's a driven intent. The architects know what the real intent is. Say, if it takes food as the hook, let me use food as the hook.
So when you get to that point though, and you use those tools to draw that group of individuals in. Then do you talk about, you spoke on Stokely Carmichael and all of that. That's a great era to be in. Now seriously, you know D.R.A.M.A, Angela Davis, Fred Hampton. You still got the brother Bobby Seale. He's in Philly teaching.
This is what I'm saying, Angela Davis from Transformation.
Right.
Being in the company of people, you being transformed. That's right. See, I believe when I heard Juanita Davis, when she did the thing, I watched No More Sheets. Come on. When she said, you're not going to be the same. She said, I don't care if you're watching this later on and you catching this, you're not going to be the same person. Now, I can't measure your transformation. That's right. See, but one thing that I can bring to the table, I bring manners. Because in my generation, I was taught manners. It don't mean that you have to show manners to me, but I must show respect to you. I must show it to the young, to teach the young, so that the young can learn how to reciprocate it back.
And that's why we need our elders. But you also said, as far as bringing that group together. So, like I said, once you get them in, what do you give them? Once you give him the draw, you give it. No. He said once he don't care what you use it, because he's using a great word. I'm saying I'm following you with the architecture and the architects, and I know exactly what you're talking about. You understand what I'm saying? But there's some that may not know.
So there's a time for war.
No, that's right.
There's a time for war.
That's right.
Time for peace, you prepare for war.
That's what I was going to say. You have to have preparation.
War against.
You have to have preparation.
War against.
That's right.
See, it ain't against you.
That's right.
It ain't against the system. That's right. It's just battle of spiritual high places. Come on. See, we talking about men of authority now. We come with a
said
sword.
the architect.
We don't worry about what we don't have. See, because hope ain't based on what we have. See, so that's been expectation. It's about hope. Look, Noah waited 100. He never seen rain. He prophesied rain for 120 years. Never saw it. Never saw it. Come on. See, so who are we to complain about 5-10 years? We ain't got 120 years experience. So we can bring 120 years experience to this table. So where the men of faith and the real men of experience?
That's right. There you go.
Because hallelujah ain't just in the church.
It's everywhere. And that's what you were saying. For a learning number of God that has like each 10 bodies per person. But you know, if you can kill somebody up there, you can walk down the street and go, wow. See, that's the perception that we see on TV as a TV show. But that perception had to come from somewhere. See, it just wasn't, you know, how you just walk up to somebody. Matter of fact, when you saw American Gangster, you know, the movie with Denzel Washington, when he walked up and shot my man, put the jar, put the money in there, everybody was looking. That's real.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We look at it as a movie, but the perception of it is reality. That was real, and it's still going on today. And especially in a city like Chicago, it's like, wow, shut up. Yeah. The ball could be dead, you have to finish eating. Yeah, man, you know, that's some real stuff. And people don't realize that in these smaller towns, man, that stuff happened in like Philly, Chicago, Baltimore, right up the street from us. Stuff like gruesome killings. You know what I mean?
Starting to happen here.
It's trickling down. It's not like it ain't happening.
And you know, some questions that need to be asked, man. You know what I mean? We're always talking about our youth, and, you know, and what they're doing. But where are these weapons coming from, man? They got weapons that the army, the military got. Yeah. Where is that? Somebody has to be bringing these weapons in here,
right?
Giving them to our youth. Right. And I know it's coming through drug trade. You know what I mean?
Well, when you watch the series Wired, it put out a lot of perceptions of what's real.
Yeah.
So that's a good question. But now what we doing is I think it's exposing even more of. I think the harder we fight doing what we doing, for me it's starting to expose how powerless I was over them folks. Them folks is probably putting them guns in our hood, part of that agenda, just like they put the crack in the hood.
You know what I mean? We need to keep pushing what we bring.
That's what I'm saying.
To expose bring them all, you know, the guys said, man, was done in the dark, man.
I see.
Well, I don't think
you had a situation the other day, and he called because he wanted to do something different. Now, there's a couple of y'all know my nephew. His nickname is Blaze. So that lets you know I'm saying it like that in front of this setting like this because he wanted to do something different. And he called me and he wanted a mediator to go and do what he wanted to do. And it was something that was like real touchy because somebody put their hands on somebody female. And he ain't working with what we working with.
Right.
It's cold in, cold out in the streets with certain situations, and this was something for him to tap out about. So when he came to the house, I looked on the back seat, and he had two of his joints, but he had clips, 2 apiece, this long, the extended joints, like he was ready to go to war. So I'm sitting in the car like, I don't even want you to pull off with all this. You know what I mean? First of all, but what I'm saying is that they gotta be it's coming from bigger than what we looking at. Go ahead, Mom.
Yeah, now, when we see situations such as that, right, how do we begin to relay the message to our youth, family members, whoever it may be that may be, get indulged in those type of situations? See, I have a big problem with it. It's a big problem for me because just like you said, somebody could step on my shoe or somebody can disrespect my woman, which would be a problem. But I think there's a certain way that we can go about handling that situation, cold of the streets or not. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta be a thinking person in this day and age. But we are so quick to kill one another. If you disrespect me, Rich, I could shoot you 50 times with a 100-round clip, right? But when the injustice in the community is done, we pick up a sign and march. You know what I'm saying? So like the simulation that was done at Downey, they asked and it was a mortician that asked the question. She asked how many people know anyone that was murdered by violence that's under the age of 25. All the black people stood up. Now our counterparts were in the room too. So then the next question was, how many people don't know someone under 25? And all the white people stood up. That had to speak volumes. That's letting you know in their community, this is not happening. But in our community, it's overwhelming. You know what I mean? So how do we begin?
Killing us, but narcotics is killing them.
Well,
That's right.
what the point was about the violence.
Yeah, okay.
But see, okay, because that's violence too.
Yes, it is.
That's violence.
Yeah,
Substance abuse is violence.
Yes.
You inflict harm. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, go ahead. You right here.
You inflict harm on yourself. And let me just be clear about, the logistics of things. Because a lot of times we and I don't want to, put this as a black or white thing.
But it is.
It is. I said I don't want to put this as That's why I said I don't want to. Listen carefully. I don't want to put it as a black and white thing. But the facts of the matter is a black and white thing. But the one thing that matters, if you serve God, it's a life thing. See, when you start talking about you serve a God, then you better make sure you don't distinguish from this or that, because God said He has no prospective persons. That's how I was raised up in the, as far as seeing a bigger picture. Not to say the least, we have been, man, there's been so many murders on either side. If it's Spanish, or if it's black, white, it's been murders throughout the centuries of time. Okay, we've been enslaved, everything. So if we balance the scale, of course, in our eyes, we may see that the scale,
It's out of balance, lopsided.
It's lopsided.
That's right.
But
In the court
really
system and all.
Facts, because remember, we ain't the first ones that was here. We have to get the facts and the studies. And I'm not trying to compare, but I'm saying first we got to get away from even worrying about that so much. But yet, in our members, like you said, in our members, to pour out to our community. Because some people can talk a good game, but they ain't the ones on the battlefield to try to save lives.
Right.
But they'll sit there and talk about how whites did this and how blacks did this. But it was the whites that actually helped us out of slavery, the Quakers. Let's be real. But I'm not.
They assisted.
Prepared.
They assisted.
That's right. So what I want to say is,
but the movement with that statement though, they assisted, and right. we can't disclaim that because they help Harriet Tubman and all, even Martin. But the movement was led by us because it was our problem. So this is who has to begin to solve some of these issues.
And that's where we at right now.
See, for me, right? I'm on play.
What's your name, brother?
My name is Mike. How you doing?
All right.
I'm here with the brothers right here today. Man Rich, my brother D.R.A.M.A invited me to this men's breakfast. I'm definitely delighted to be here, to be around some grown men that's about to do something. But as far as this violence in the street, man, no disrespect, but a lot of these young dudes ain't trying to hear about God.
That's right. That's right. Tell the truth.
About our slavery and our history and why we are, why we mentally enslaved to each other. A lot of them ain't trying to hear that. And like you said, as far as trying to approach a situation in a calm manner, a lot of these young cats ain't trying to hear that.
Right. Why do you think?
My brother has a song. He says, "We failed you. We failed you." A lot of us was on drugs and going in and out of jail. Now, when I was little, trying to mess around on the corner, I had the old head smack me in my head, get off the corner, go to school. What you doing out here? I'm gonna tell your mother. Now it's, here you go, young boy, take this, take this, take this. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it seemed like we always running to the outside and trying to look for resources to help us, and we not helping each other. You know what I'm saying? We always want to run and say, well, they not doing this for us. They not all right, but what are we doing for each other? All right, we already know
for ourselves. That's right.
We constantly know the history of how they treated us. We know all this already. So what we gonna do about it? That's my question.
Well, I don't think they do know, because there's a difference. If you really know, like me, myself, I was one of them wild guys.
Dudes like us.
Exactly. I'm gonna speak from personal experience. You know what I'm saying? I was a dude. I always had some sense of consciousness, right? But I also I sold drugs, slept with numerous of women, had all kinds of crazy fun, right? But if I had known what I've known today, going back into that research and study of knowledge of self, right? So now I know that I come from a great race of people. This is why I am today the way I am today, because I realized, like, hold on, because in school we was taught that we was just slaves. There was no other history, like we had no contribution in civilization and society in today's world. When I find out that wasn't the truth, that we come from a great race of people, more is expected of me now. You know what I'm saying? And I put that on myself, like, hold on, man. I have family relatives. My Uncle Claire Jones, he ran these streets when he was young. Rob Banks did all types of stuff. Now he's up on the wall on D.R.A.M.A Street because he revitalized that community. He helped revitalize that. So remember we had that conversation, and I was like, man, this is what I aspire to do. See, when you know where you come from, then your thinking should change. Like, man, you got a name to uphold. Your great-great-grandfather or your grandfather was someone special in the community. Now you got a name to uphold. You have something to aspire to be now. But most of us don't, because we're being led by the rap industry, TV shows. You know what I'm saying? These are the wrong things that, you know what I mean? So I wouldn't discount knowing who you are. Even though we say they know, but I know this generation don't know, because it's not being taught in the schools. It's not being taught, and some of our generation don't even know. There has to be an awakening of that information, not to say that's what's going to free us, but
that's what I'm saying. You're saying it's not being taught in school.
That's right.
We keep looking for outside sources to help out.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said, when I was little, you come in, take off the school clothes, you get to them books. You know what I mean? That's how it's not happening like that. Especially with all this look. I mean, I know me, I'll be honest, I'm on my Facebook every day. You know what I mean? So especially with all this media, reality shows, all this distractions, all these distractions.
Exactly, great word.
You are trying to be that one guy that want to get out the game and want to try to change, then you a palm, then people want to try you. So it's hard for you. I believe, this is what I believe there are a lot of young people who don't want to be out there.
Yeah.
They really don't.
They may not have no choice. That's right.
They friends and things of that nature.
Can I say something on this matter? Me, myself, my name is D.R.A.M.A, by the way. And me myself, man, like I was one of those guys that was incarcerated a lot, like 18 years of my life. Still, now I'm doing something. You know, like a lot of my opinion is a lot of the youth are not trying to hear what just was said because it's said in language that they don't understand. Right. You know, nobody understands technical terms. If you're not talking in their text language or rap
Jargon, yeah.
jargon or anything slang, they're not trying to hear that. You know, like me myself, I've been a lyricist my whole entire life, like, and I'm now using my lyrics as to uplift, as opposed to
Well, that's how rap music started, though. It was rapping, right?
rap music.
Yeah, they took it and it got taken somewhere else.
The message